didn't go in for yellow stickers, but you know what it's like. Pizza, look. One of these Taste the Difference ones that they've been doing on the Sky VIP. These are £5 and I picked this up for £1.99. I got a French stick for 68p. And I think because I had carbonara the other day and I was kind of missing bread, what I do if I get a French stick like this is I disc it up, put it in a carry bag and then freeze it basically. So yeah, that's what I'm doing with that. We managed to get some, this is ready cooked salmon, so I'll probably use that in a risotto. £4.29 down to £1.99. I picked up a chicken and gravy pie, £2 reduced to £1.09. Got a pudding for the freezer, Bramley apple and raisin strudel, £4.45 down to £1.49. Really good price. And a chicken pesto pasta for £1.29 down from £3.50. And one of my favourite puddings, sticky toffee, was £3.50, now £1.29. And here's the rest of the shopping that I picked up today. I needed kitchen roll, I needed fabric conditioner. The reason that I got the comfort one is because it's on Shop Me and I think I've got £1 to come back on that. I picked up a sugar that's got sellotape on it. It's obviously ripped, 20p cheaper. Doesn't seem like there's much missing, so I thought that was worth it. That's £1.85 by the way, but I think I've got £1 back. The kitchen roll, £1.19. Never tried that one before, so I shall report back. But it's the one jumbo roll. Tend to always get this hand wash because I think it's really good value for money at £1 for 500ml. And I'm almost out in the kitchen. The baking powder, again, I'm lucky if I've got a teaspoon left. 61p price matched to Aldi. Just picked up 2 onions rather than a bag. One was 15p, one was 14p. And picked up the, these were on clearance. The chilli twists were 75 and the cheddar and pesto twists were 125. So £2 for those two. Initially, I thought they could go in the Christmas cupboard because I did say I wanted to start buying something every week for the Christmas cupboard. However, they go out of date. One in September and one in October. So I might have to have those when I fancy a savoury snack rather than a sweet one. And then the Drury Lane ham that I like is no longer on Nectar price, but the honey roast ham is, so that's £2.25 on Nectar. We got some china, and boy, am I excited about it because I've been looking at pasta bowls for so long. Some meals I really like to eat out of a pasta bowl, and not just pasta. If I was having, say, cottage pie with beans, I like it in a bowl rather than on a plate and eat with a spoon. I'm really showing exactly how uncouth I am now, aren't I? But there you go. So these were reduced to £1.75, and the ones that I've been looking at, my nail looks really dirty. It's not, honestly. The ones I've been looking at were yellow ceramic. Oh, I hate the feel and the touch of that. £2.50, and I've sort of been looking at those for ages thinking, oh, if they went down a bit cheaper I'd buy them, but I'm really glad that I've got some white china ones instead, so I'm super happy with those. So we're going to take the money out of my home sinking fund back into my food shopping budget to cover these. And then also, look, how long have I been going on about needing some kind of pots for one person size, and that was £1.66 in their sale. So lots of things in the home section in my Sainsburys. It isn't huge, but there are lots of things that are reduced. One thing I really needed is new cake tins, and they were £2.50 for the ones where the bottom comes out. What do they call them? The spring ones with the loose bottoms. They only had one of them for £2.50. I was gutted. But at least I've got a couple of home bits, and I've not bought anything for my house for so long. I'm really, really happy with those bits. So everything that was bought today is there, and we've got to sort the receipt out and add up. Well, we know 2 lots of 175 is £3.50, £4.50, about £5.16 I owe myself back. Just look at the difference in the size of the depth of these boxes, the ones that I've bought today, which are going out of date, as opposed to the one I got on the Sky VIP. Look, so everything's going up in price and packets are getting smaller. The amount of food you're getting is getting less. It's absolutely disgusting, isn't it? You have full permission to shoot me now. I went into Sainsburys for a loaf of bread and some tuna. Whilst in there, I thought, oh, I fancy some Kit Kats again. Yeah, we get some Kit Kats, I thought to myself. So I went in for 3 things. I only took 1 bag with me for my shopping. It is a really big one and it has got a shoulder strap. However, what can I say? What can I say? Well, I always go to the meat bit first. And to see beef mince, which I always say, I rarely get mince. A couple of times I've had the really tiny pack of lambs, but £1.69 for 500, 25% fat, but that really doesn't bother me because I drain it, and honestly I don't think it seems much different to the lower fat percentages. So yeah, I drain it off anyway. So I thought, I'm going to get 3 of those. We're going to have a big old batch cook. Don't feel like I've had mince to batch cook for ages. So yeah, 169 from 330. And then also in the meat set, there wasn't a great deal of meat things, but the Lincolnshire sausages 179 to 89p. And then also in the meat section, I was really pleased to get some meat to do a roast with, and that was $6.50 originally, and I paid $3.29, and it is extra tasty chicken crown roast in the bag. So then on to things from the chilled section. I got another sticky toffee pudding. This is, I mean, lemon meringue is my favourite pud. Sticky toffee pudding comes second, but I'm fussy with it, and I like this Sainsburys one. This is the one that you get on the dine-in for 2. $3.50. I paid $1.79. And then also in that chilled cabinet were these zingy lemon eclairs. So I'm wondering if they're going to taste like the M&S ones. That'd be an interesting comparison. $2.50 down to $1.39. Then also from that chilled section, the cheddar mash. Honestly, this is lovely, and I've never bought things like this before, and I picked one up a while ago thinking, oh, that'd be really handy if I run out of potatoes. Oh my God, it's so good. I can't even tell you. Absolutely delicious. Really surprised me. And I just thought, if I do see those again, I'm going to grab them. And there was 2 there, so I grabbed those. There was, I think, 5 minces. Could have got more, but I thought, let's share the love and let someone else have a go with those. And then from the bakery section, these, they remind me of my mum. I bought them once for my mum and she loved these. Used to get them from the co-op. The chewy granola slices. I really like those. So, yeah, should have been £2, paid 99. Did I do the Lincolnshire sausages? I think I did. And then from the fruit and veg section, mushrooms, 59p. I will peel and slice those and freeze them. Then some potatoes. It says 125, but I think they were more expensive than that because there's another sticker under there. So 125 down to 69, unless they just had like 30p off to begin with, possibly. But let's see what they actually are. Salad potatoes. Yeah, I'm not sure what the full price of those was. And then 4 avocados, 2.50 down to £1.09. The bread was 75 pence. The Kit Kats, if I can find them, or let's do the tuna, 2.49. And I do get through 4 tins of tuna a month, so you know I don't really bulk buy things, but I will get through those. And the Kit Kats, they were on a nectar price. That much I do know. Can't find them on the list. Of course I can't. I think they were 165. Yeah. Originally 220 with 55p off. Yeah. So 165. So total spent 23.48. Oh my God. The amount of money I've spent on food shopping. We're only at the end of the first week of September, and I'm beating myself up because I didn't even think, haven't checked my Sky VIP for this week. So that's annoying. And I'm also eating down the freezer. Mind you, there's not too much here for the freezer, but there will be once that mince is batch cooked. Obviously the chicken, I will freeze that. Even if I decide to eat it on Sunday, I'll still put it in the freezer. The mash and the sausages will need to go in as well. But yeah, so that's today's shopping haul. After me saying that I didn't think there was that much difference in the 5% mince to the 20% mince when it comes to the fat content. There is actually quite a lot of fat in that one. I mean, I'm really not complaining. It's just to kind of show you, really, at £1.69 with a yellow sticker. I'm certainly not complaining at getting 3 packs. So the first pack, I'm going to be making bolognese. The next pack, I think, will be chili con carne. I need to get a sauce and some red kidney beans for that to bulk it out. And then the third lot of mince will be cottage pie. So I'll probably cook one up each week going forward because I am really short on freezer space. As I've said, I was trying to get the freezer down, and of course going to the supermarket, and if I see a bargain, I just can't stop myself from buying it. So yeah, we're pretty full up. I really could do with a chest freezer. I really need to keep my eye open on Marketplace and maybe add that onto my home list, because on my home list of things that I need and want, things are, you know, much smaller. There's no real big things for the house on there, so I could look out for somebody selling some sort of chest freezer or just a bigger standalone one. So I've got mushrooms out ready. I'm going to drain the fat off of that shortly. Again, yellow sticker bargain, as you would have seen. And I've got my tomato puree, mixed herbs, bay leaves, oregano, a couple of carrots, which I'm just going to chop up and put in. The onion's already in there. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use the sauce and the plum tomatoes. I'm not sure. I'll start off with the sauce. And then I've got my garlic powder there as well. Yeah, I'll start off with the sauce and see. And if I feel it needs, you know, I can make much more out of it by adding the tomatoes, then I will do. But I don't want it too runny, and I always rinse those jars out with water. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. There's quite a bit of fat that came out of that. So herbs, spices, well, not spices, herbs, bay leaves are in. I put a handful of lentils in as well, which I didn't think of. Mushrooms are chopped up, and then with the rest I'm going to peel and slice and freeze them. which again is a tip I got from one of you guys. I would never have frozen sliced mushrooms before, but you buy them in the supermarket frozen, so why the hell not? I'm going to pop the jar of sauce in. I do prefer a jar of sauce when it comes to bolognese, but I'm quite happy with chilli to use tin tomatoes and chilli powder. So we'll just see. We'll see how we get on with that. Just going to put some water in the jar, give that a good rinse round, stir it all up, turn the heat down and leave that for a good 30 minutes for all of the veg and bits to soften and the meat to take on the flavours, and then I'll see what it's like. I mean, we all make spag bowl. It's like teaching Granny to suck eggs, I know. Just wanted to show you that I was using one of those minces that I got, because I don't often get mince with the yellow sticker, so it's a very exciting time when I can. I wanted to show you the fat content out of the 20% fat mince, and yeah, I love a mince dinner. I don't know about you, I love a mince dinner, whether that be, like I said, spag bowl, chilli, cottage pie, and all of the other things that you can make with mince. I love a lasagna, it's just a lot of fat. But anyway, yeah, I definitely don't think we needed the tin of tomatoes as well. That's just about the consistency and sauciness that I like. Putting the new pasta dishes to the test. I'm very excited to eat this. It feels like a very long time since I've eaten spag bowl. And it's a bit like when I had that McDonald's on the way back from the theatre. When you've not had something for ages, it's always more delicious, isn't it? So yeah, just need to pop some grated parmesan on there and we're good to go. So there were 18 mushrooms left in the pack after I'd taken some out and used it in today's bolognese. So they have now been peeled and sliced and put into bags for the freezer. So there are 6 in each bag. It's probably too many, to be honest with you, because if I was just making myself a risotto, probably would only use half of those. Maybe I'll split one of the bags in half, because it's fine if you've got people round and you're making something. Don't know. But anyway, doing that, because they were on a yellow sticker, just means they're not going to go off in the fridge. So yeah, really happy that I've got a stock of mushrooms for the rest of the month and beyond, who knows. Decided to split one of the bags into 2, because if I was literally just doing myself a mushroom omelette, there's no way I would be using that amount of mushrooms. So yeah, just easy to have one of the batches split into 2. Of course you can just take a handful out, that's not a problem, but that's what I decided to do anyway. So went to Sainsburys, not near yellow sticker time, on purpose, but I had forgotten the last time I was in there to pick up the Sky VIP freebie, and that runs out today, being Monday the 8th of September. Needed scourers, £1, and picked up this Tony's Chocolonely chocolate, which is the Sky VIP. However, the Sky VIP app wouldn't load when I was standing by the chocolate, and I picked up a bar which sounded very delicioso, with pecan and caramel and all sorts of things in it, and I thought, oh, that sounds lovely. I've never ever eaten this chocolate before, by the way, so I don't know what it's like. Got to the till, took myself off of the Sainsburys Wi-Fi, because that's what was mucking up the app, and went on to 4G. Sky VIP loaded, went to activate my coupon and saw that it was for a 90-gram bar. And I'd already scanned in the one that I'd picked up, which was 180 gram. So the 180 gram is a £4. I'd already scanned it. So that then came to a £5 for those 2 things. Then the item got cancelled, And then this one got put on. So that one is $2.25 for the small bar. It's disgraceful, isn't it? Yeah. And then basically the $2.25 coupon worked, minus $2.25. I ended up paying £1 for the sponge scourers. So yeah, was thinking, yep, that's another great thing that can go in the Christmas cupboard. Milk caramel sea salt. Sounds right up my strauser. Not sure if that's going to last to Christmas. I've still got the Maltesers, but I'm making no promises about this chocolate. But I don't want to open it and find that I don't like it. And not that I'm a fussy eater, I think you know that by now. I eat pretty much everything, so I'm sure it'll be fine.